What's good? We back. It's the Box Clank and more. Y'all know what it is. And we're doing breakdown predictions today. And by the time you hear this, we only got one more breakdown prediction after this. It's Chris Eubanks Jr. taking on George Groves, which should be epic. And I haven't even started working on that at this point, but I'm about to start. But we talking about the rematch between David Benavidez and Ronald the 3-0 Gavril for the WBC World Championship. They fought last year. We get into that in a minute. But, you know, it's a good fight. It's the co-feature of Danny Garcia and Brandon Rios on Fox. Don't forget the prelim card is on regular Fox featuring Caleb Plant, Porky Medina in the main event, Victor Ortiz and Devin Alexander, which we did the breakdown prediction video Sunday for that. But, yeah, this is a rematch of a fight that was real good. It was on probably the mid list of the mid of the list of fight of the year candidates, and it was better than people expected. 20-year-old David Benavidez was taking his first shot at a world title, and he handled his business and went through some trials and tribulations that a young fighter needs to go through. He was supposed to face Anthony Gavril out of Flint, Michigan. Anthony, you know, turned the fight down after supposed to fight Callum Smith for the belt. It fell apart. Callum Smith entered the World Boxing Super Series tournament. Shout out to him going against Yerman Berman, excuse me. But, you know, in the first fight, Ronald did good, you know, going down the stretch and taking advantage of a fighter that hadn't been in the championship rounds before. And Benavidez is the younger brother of Jose Benavidez, who signed with Top Rank and was beefing with Terrence Crawford at the welterweight division. But Ronald, you know, is fighting out of Mayweather Promotions, Las Vegas way of Romania. He was a talented amateur, had a good amateur background. And a lot of people slept on Ronald. I remember one guy coming on me saying that Ronald's going to win this fight. And I thought Ronald won by 1 point because of the knockdown late in the fight. But, you know, they're doing it again. And that's what true champions do. When it's close and people will say it's controversy, it's close. Even if you feel like you won 12 rounds or nothing, you get that man and shot back and you run it back and you show people that you can dominate. And this is this could be the beginning of a great, you know, fighter's career in David Benavidez. Out of Phoenix, Arizona, obviously moved out of Phoenix, moved to Long Beach, California, now he's somewhere else. Stay out the streets of Phoenix. His brother got shot there, almost career ended. Most people know that story by now. But in the first fight, Benavidez came out hot. Like he said, he expected to stop Ronald Gavril. He had the right mentality, but he banked on stopping this guy and not knowing much about this guy, which a lot of people didn't. We didn't know he was tough. But when I found out Eddie Mustafa Muhammad was his trainer, I knew that he was going to be pretty good. But Benavidez came out blazing, hitting Gavril a lot of shots, and basically, Benavidez emptied the clip, being a young guy, and he got tired down the stretch, and Gavril, knocked him down and caught up on points and made it a close fight. Fast forward to this fight, be a little bit different this time in my opinion, but Benavidez, what he brings to the table, good counter punch, good combination punching. He got an excellent right hand that I noticed in that fight that was firing off. He's probably one of the better body punchers in the business, and he definitely got the highest praise of Abel Sanchez and Gennady Golovkin, where he gave him good work in the gym. And I just heard rave reviews about those sparrings about David Benavidez. I must say that again. That's what it is with Benavidez. He's an excellent body puncher, excellent right hook, excellent combination puncher. Got some of the best uppercuts of the game. We've seen the combination he hit Porky Medina with. Talking about Ronald Gavril, what's his strengths? Composure. He's very composed. Obviously, you'd be like, how's he, experienced? 18-2 with 14 knockouts. He had a large amateur background. You could tell he's very composed in the ring. He's very calm. He waited his time in the first fight. And when it was his time there, he capitalized on it. He's a good body puncher. He got good vision. He's very, very focused on his opponent. So you won't catch him off guard or off focus. And he's able to take good punches. He got a good chin as well. And he got some deceptive power. But you're talking about the weaknesses. The weaknesses of David Benavidez. Obviously, his father said they want to continue to work on the jab and the defense in the first fight. He said, my son got everything else. But obviously, stamina, not emptying all your clips early and barely being able to make it to the finish line. He is, 19-0 with 17 knockouts. He turned pro in Mexico at 16 years old, if you were wondering. And he emptied the clip early, and Ronald took advantage of him down the stretch when he was tired. And Ronald helped him empty the clip early by doing some timely body punching. But David, just got to continue to work on the jab, the defense, and showing they can go 12 strong rounds. He had never been that long, in a fight. And obviously he didn't do amateurs long because he was turned pro at 16. So, you know, those are things he needs to work on. You know, continue working on the jab. You can tell he needs to continue working on the jab. You know, some movement a little bit, some defense, and, you know, pretty much that's it. And Ronald, you know, his weakness is he ain't the biggest puncher in the world. He's not the fastest guy in the world. You know, and that's pretty much it. You know, if he was, you know, super fast and had big power, this dude would be a problem. But he doesn't, you know, he doesn't possess those traits. You know, when he fights in one style, you know, I don't see him, you know, be able to switch up and do something different, you know, but he can make adjustments and continue to do what he did in the first fight and kind of add on to it. But an overhaul and style from him, it's pretty much not going to happen. He is what he is. But, you know, how I see this, you know, the keys to victory for me, for Ronald, is do what he did in the first fight, but kind of step it up a little bit faster. Continue, put more water in the basement, continue to rip the body harder and harder, be more active, you know, get in close, step over, a little bit more head movement, show more angles early in the fight, continue to rip the body and take it upstairs and try to, you know, deflate the tires out of Benavidez, and kind of go for the kill later in the fight again. Tire this guy out. He still has the same mindset. He said he can't see this fight going the distance again. You can see he's going to continue to bump his head on the wall, and you got to continue to keep your composure, kind of show some more head movement, you know, up the body punch count, because you did a good job the first fight, but if you would have upped it a little bit more, who knows? You might have been able to score more than one knockdown and rip the body. Use the jab to get on the inside. Keep this guy on the inside. Rip his body. Uppercut, you know, left hook, right hook, whatever you got to do. But the body attack early and get the work early and make your punches count early. Don't leave nothing out there for Ronald Gavril. But Benavidez, what he going to have to do is, you know, be in better shape this fight. Don't empty the clip. Don't hurt yourself. Use the jab some more. Put the jab behind the right hand. His jab can use a lot of work in my opinion. But like I say, he's 20 years old. Ripped the body earlier versus Ronald. Put a lot more body work in. The right hook to the body was good. Bring the right hook upstairs. The uppercut, more combination punches. But I think really he needs to continue to shoot that jab. Keep it sharp. Put the right hand to 1-2. And then you able to combination punch, you know, off the jab, lead with the right hook, lead with the combination punch. But he needs to establish his jab a lot earlier in this fight. And, you know, and work the body a lot more in this fight, and I believe he can get Ronald out there. I think this guy's going to make a statement at Benavidez. I think Benavidez is going to stop Ronald Gavril in the 10th round in this fight, and that's my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. We gon'